Hybridization is a phenomenon to explain the structure of the molecules. If we observe the electronic configuration of carbon, the atomic number of carbon is 6. The electronic configuration of carbon in its ground state is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The 6 electrons of carbon is arranged like this: 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Two electrons in 1s orbital, 2 electrons in 2s orbital, and 2 electrons in 2p orbital. Now, according to valency bond theory, in any atom, the valency shell, that is the lowest energy level of an atom, is responsible for forming the covalent bonds, and the number of bonds that were formed by a compound is equal to number of unpaired electrons present in its valency shell. According to that, there are 2 electrons in the valency shell of carbon, so it has to form only 2 bonds. But in any compound, carbon is forming 4 covalent bonds. How it is possible? To explain that, a new theory, which may call it as theory of hybridization, to explain the structure of such compounds. Now, according to that, in excited state, that is during the formation of the bonds, the electrons are excited because energy is released. So, in such cases, the difference in these energy levels is very small. That's why the electrons in 2s orbital will enter into empty p orbital. So, in excited state, the electronic configuration of carbon is found to be 2s1, 2p3. This is against 2 normal rules of electronic configuration. This electronic configuration is possible only at the time of formation of bonds only, not in all the other cases. In all other cases, the rest of the cases, carbon electronic configuration is this only. Now, we have 4 unpaired electrons in the valency shell of carbon. Now, out of these 4 unpaired electrons, 3 electrons are in 2p orbital and 1 electron is in 2s orbital. That means if carbon forms 4 bonds, 3 bonds are identical and should differ with the 4th bond, which is due to the 2s orbital. But if you observe any compound, all 4 bonds of carbon are found to be identical. There is no difference at all. All 4 bonds are identical. To explain this, the theory of hybridization was proposed. According to this theory of hybridization, in any atom, when 2 or more different atomic orbitals are take part into the bonding, before formation of the bond, these atomic orbitals are mixed together to form equal number of identical orbitals. That means the number of hybrid orbitals which are forming is equal to the number of orbitals which they are take part in. That is known as hybridization. When 2 or more different atomic orbitals of an element are take part into the bonding, before formation of the bond, all these atomic orbitals mixed together to form the same number of identical orbitals. These identical orbitals are equal in all respects, shape, energy, etc. And these orbitals are said to be hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals are symmetrically arranged around the nucleus of that atom. What is symmetry? Symmetry means if we can divide it into two equal parts through its axis, we call it as symmetry. That means if 4 bonds are there, tetrahedral is the symmetrical structure. If 3 bonds are there, planar, trigonal is the symmetrical structure. If 2 bonds are there, then linear arrangement is said to be a symmetrical structure. If 5 bonds are there, trigonal, bipyramidal is the symmetrical structure. If 6 bonds are there, octahedral is the symmetrical structure. So, the number of bonds that take part into the hybridization are equal to the number of hybrid orbitals that are forming due to hybridization. Only orbitals are involved in the hybridization, but not the electrons involved in it. These are the important postulates of hybridization. Once again, what is hybridization? When 2 or more different atomic orbitals of a same element or take part into the bonding, before formation of the bond, all these atomic orbitals are mixed together to form same number of identical orbitals. This phenomena is called as hybridization, and those orbitals are said to be hybrid orbitals. The orbitals belonging to same element and having same energy are only take part into hybridization. The number of orbitals that take part into hybridization should be equal to number of hybrid orbitals that are forming due to hybridization. These hybrid orbitals are symmetrically arranged around the nucleus of that atom. Only electrons will take part into hybridization, but not the, only orbitals will take part into hybridization, but not the electrons present in it. The important hybridizations that take part by carbon is number 1, sp3 hybridization. Number 2, sp2 hybridization. Number 3, sp hybridization. sp3 hybridization, sp2 hybridization, and sp hybridization. Now let us discuss these hybridizations one by one. Now, in the valency shell of excited carbon atom, we have 4 orbitals. They are, what is the excited electronic configuration of carbon? 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. That is, in the valency shell we have 1 2s orbital and 3 2p orbitals, and they are with 1 electron each. Now, this 2s orbital and these 3 2p orbitals mix together to form 4 identical orbitals. That hybridization is said to be sp3 hybridization. sp3, p3 means 1s and 3p orbitals. 1s orbital and 3p orbitals, px, py and pz. This is px, py and this is pz. So, one 2s orbital and 3 2p orbital mixed together to give 4 identical hybrid orbitals is said to be sp3 hybridization. Is said to be sp3 hybridization. Now the 4 electrons of this carbon will enter into these 4 orbitals so that each hybrid orbital is filled with 1 electron each and in a position to form a covalent bond. This hybridization is said to be sp3 hybridization. So hybrid orbitals can form only sigma bonds. So the 4 bonds that can be formed by carbon which was involved in this hybridization can form only sigma bonds. That means the compounds in which sp3 hybridization is there, such carbons can form only sigma bonds, that is only single bonds are present in such compounds. And that category of compounds in which carbon is in sp3 hybridization are said to be alkanes. They are said to be alkanes. Alkanes are the compounds in which all carbon atoms are in sp3 hybridization. All carbon atoms are in sp3 hybridization. Such compounds are called as alkanes. Such compounds are called as alkanes. Examples: methane, CH4. Carbon forms 4 bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms. This is methane. Methane. And another compound, ethane. C2H6, or we can write it as CH3, CH3. Now propane, CH3, like that. These compounds in which carbon atoms are in sp3 hybridization, and a series of compounds that can form in this category. This series is said to be homologous series because all these compounds are having same formula. That is, in all these alkanes, the general formula is found to be same. That is CH4, CnH2n plus 2. That means if carbon atom's number is 1, you have 2 into 1 plus 2, that is 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogens. This is CH4. If number of carbon atoms are 2, then number of hydrogens are 2 into 2 plus 2, that is 6 hydrogens. Example, 2 carbons, 6 hydrogens. If 3 carbon atoms are there, 2 into 3 plus 2, 8 hydrogens, that is C3H8. If 4 carbon atoms are there, 2 4 plus 2, that means 10 hydrogens. They are C4H10. So these are the series of compounds with same general formula. So that series is said to be homologous series. Homologous series means a series of compounds having same general formula and adjacent compounds are differed by one CH2. Another character is, for example, this compound and this compound, the difference is CH2. That means if you add CH2 to this, you will get this compound. If you add another CH2, C3H2H8. Another CH2 will get next compound, C5H10. Similarly, if you add another CH2, C5H12, C6H14, C7H16, C8H18. Just you go on adding CH2, you will get the next compound. So this series of compounds which are having same general formula and adjacent compounds are differed by one CH2. Such series is said to be homologous series, and each compound that present in this series is said to be a homologon of this alkane. C3H8 is a homologon of alkane. C4H10 is a homologon of alkane. C7H16 is a homologon of alkane. That series is said to be homologous series. Now, carbon can exhibit three types of hybridizations. They are sp3 hybridization, sp2 hybridization, and sp hybridization. It forms stable compounds with all these three hybridizations.
The electronic configuration of carbon in its ground state is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1. But on excited state, the 2s electrons will enter into 2pz orbital, and the electronic configuration is found to be 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, and 2pz1. The one 2s orbital and 3 2p orbitals of carbon mixed together and to form 4 identical hybrid orbitals. This hybridization is known as sp3 hybridization, and the orbitals are called as sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are in tetrahedral shape with bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. Each hybrid orbital will have 3/4 of s orbital characters and 1/4 of p orbital characters. And 4 electrons of carbon will enter in these 4 hybrid orbitals, so that each hybrid orbital is filled with 1 electron each, and they are in a position to take part into a normal covalent bond. Examples: methane and ethane. Methane, CH4. In CH4 molecule, the central atom is carbon, and carbon will undergone to sp3 hybridization to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are filled with 1 electron each, and they are in a position to take part into bonding. The 4 half-filled sp3 hybrid orbitals of carbon will overlaps with 4 hydrogen atoms to form C-H sigma bonds. Such 4 sigma bonds are formed in CH4 molecule. These CH bonds are in tetrahedral shape with bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes, and the molecule is in tetrahedral shape, and the bond angle here is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Structure of ethane. Ethane, C2H6 or CH3 single bond CH3. In ethane molecule, 2 carbon atoms are present as a central atoms, and each carbon atom will involve in sp3 hybridization, and 4 hybrid orbitals are filled with 1 electron each. The half-filled sp3 hybrid orbital of 1 carbon will overlap with half-filled sp3 hybrid orbital of another carbon to form C-H sigma bond. Now, after formation of C-C sigma bond, on each carbon we have 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals each, which are also half filled. So these half filled sp3 hybrid orbitals overlaps with half filled 1s orbital of hydrogen to form C-H sigma bonds. Such 6 sigma bonds are formed between 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. The C2H6 molecule is also in tetrahedral shape, and the bond length between carbon and carbon is 1.52 angstroms, and H-C-H bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes.
Now, what is sp3 hybridization? When one s orbital and 3 p orbitals mix it together to give 4 identical hybrid orbitals, that phenomena is said to be sp3 hybridization, and the orbitals that formed are said to be sp3 hybrid orbitals. And 4 valence electrons of carbon will enter into these hybrid orbitals, so that each hybrid orbital is filled with 1 electron each and in a position to form a covalent bond. When these 4 hybrid orbitals form 4 covalent bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms, we get methane. Similarly, if 2 carbon atoms are combined and each carbon, the rest of the 3 are bonded with 3 more hydrogen atoms, you will get ethane, propane, so on. So that you have a series of compounds with the same general formula, and such compounds are said to be alkanes. And these alkanes, 4 valencies of carbon are satisfied with 4 different atoms or different groups. So this carbon is said to be a saturated carbon, and these hydrocarbons are called as saturated hydrocarbons. They are under the category of saturated hydrocarbons. What is saturated hydrocarbon? The carbon in which 4 valencies are satisfied with 4 different atoms or different groups. Such carbon is said to be a saturated carbon. The hydrocarbons, the compounds of carbon and hydrogen, are said to be hydrocarbons. The hydrocarbons in which all carbon atoms are in sp3 hybridization, it means all are saturated carbons. Such hydrocarbons are said to be alkanes. The general formula of alkanes is HCnH2n plus 2. N is the number of carbon atoms. If carbon atom's number is 1, then hydrogen atom's number is 2 into 1 plus 2, that is 4. It gives us CH4. If carbon atom's number is 2, hydrogen atoms is 2 into 2 plus 2, that is 6 hydrogen, C2H6, C3H8, C4H10, C5H12, C6H14, C7H16, and so on. A series of compounds can be formed with the same general formula. The same general formula, you have series of compounds, and this series is said to be homologous series. Homologous series means a series of compounds with same general formula, and adjacent compounds are differed by CH2. That series is said to be homologous series, and the compounds that present in that series is said to be a homologon. This is regarding the compounds of carbon with sp3 hybridization. sp2 hybridization. This is the second type of hybridization in which carbon is involving. We know that the electronic configuration of carbon in its excited state is 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. That is, in the valence shell of carbon, we have 1 electron in 2s orbital and 3 electrons in 2p orbital. Moreover, this hybridization is a hypothetical theory. That means the molecular structure is correct. There is an experimental evidence for that structure. And to support that structure, we are giving some theoretical explanation that this may happen. Nobody knows. And here you should not question why. Because now I am going to say 1 s orbital and only 2 p orbitals are take part into hybridization. That hybridization is said to be sp2 hybridization. At this point, you should not ask me why only 2, because this theory is a hypothetical theory. That means the structure of the molecule that was formed due to this is possible only when this statement is correct. Such theories are said to be hypothetical. Nobody knows whether they are mixing or doing things, whatever the things are happened. So if it was happen or if it takes place like this, then only the formation of that compound is possible. So here in sp2 hybridization, only 1 2s orbital and 2 2p orbitals are mixed together to form 3 identical hybrid orbitals. 3 identical hybrid orbitals. 1 s orbital and only 2 p orbitals are mixed together to give 3 identical hybrid orbitals. Because only 3 orbitals are take part, so 3 orbitals are forming. These 3 orbitals are in planar trigonal shape with bond angle 120 degrees. With bond angle 120 degrees. They are in planar trigonal shape. That means they are in one plane. And other pure p orbital which is not take part into the bonding is perpendicularly arranged to that plane. So it is, that means if 3 orbitals are in one plane like this, the pure p orbital will stay like this, perpendicular to this plane. So it is not possible, so I am drawing like this. So this is pure p orbital. And these 3 are sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now this orbital is filled with 1 electron and these 3 also filled with 1 electron. Now 4 electrons are there in the valence shell of carbon. So these 4 electrons are distributed like this. 3 electrons in 3 hybrid orbitals and 4th electron in the pure p orbital. Now one sp3 hybrid orbital of 1 carbon overlaps with sp3 hybrid orbital of another carbon, and by mutual sharing of their lone electrons forms a covalent bond between carbon and carbon. And here in this carbon we have 2 more sp2 hybrid orbitals, and here in this carbon we have 2 more sp2 hybrid orbitals. They are also having 1 electron each. Now they can form bonds with hydrogen atom. 1s orbital of hydrogen overlaps here, another hydrogen overlaps here, 3rd hydrogen overlaps here, and 4th hydrogen overlaps here. Now here in each carbon we have pure p orbital, and these pure p orbitals are also having 1 electron. So they laterally overlap to form one bond. That means here in the C2H4 molecule, in between carbon and carbon we have a sigma bond, and each carbon can form two bonds with two hydrogens. And a pi bond is also present in between two carbon atoms. So this is one sigma bond and this is pi bond, and these four are sigma bonds. This is the structure of CH2 double bond CH2. This is said to be ethene, or generally it is called as ethylene. Molecular formula is C2H4. C2H4. Here carbon is involved in sp2 hybridization. So the hydrocarbons in which minimum two carbon atoms are in sp2 hybridization and all the rest of the carbons may be sp3. Such compounds are said to be alkenes. Alkenes. This is another second category of hydrocarbon, alkenes. So alkenes contains two carbon atoms with sp2 hybridization. Two carbon atoms with sp2 hybridization. And their general formula is CnH2n. That means the number of hydrogens are just double to the number of carbon atoms. First compound of this category is C2H4. This is ethene. Then C3H6, C4H8, C5H10, C6H12. Just double to the number of hydrogens are just to the number of carbon atoms. Here also we found another series. This is also said to be a homologous, another homologous series. And each component here is said to be a homologon. Here also adjacent compounds are differed by one CH2. Just see, if you add one C and one 2, that means 2 plus 1, 3, 4 plus 2, 6, C3H6. If you add another CH2 to this, you will get this compound. If you add CH2 to this, you will get this. So here also we are having a new series of compounds which we call it as alkenes. Now, in alkenes, the four valencies of carbon were satisfied by three atoms or three different groups only, and fourth valency was satisfied by pi bond. That means a multiple bond is present here, double bond is present here. These compounds are said to be unsaturated hydrocarbons. They are said to be unsaturated hydrocarbons. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons because four valencies are satisfied with four different groups, and all bonds are single covalent bonds. But here in this case we have multiple bonds, double bonds and triple bonds. Sorry, only double bonds. Triple bond compounds is another category. In some compounds you may have more than two double bonds, and they are said to be dienes. If two double bonds are there, dienes. Three double bonds are there, trienes. Their general formula is different. Alkenes are the compounds in which only two carbon atoms are in sp2 hybridization and the rest are in sp3. They are said to be alkenes. If two double bonds are there, we make that's a special category: dienes, trienes, tetraenes, and so on. So this is another type of hybridization that was formed by carbon atoms.
One s orbital and two p orbitals of an atom mixed together to form three identical hybrid orbitals is known as sp2 hybridization, and the orbitals are called as sp2 hybrid orbitals. These sp2 hybrid orbitals are in planar trigonal shape with bond angle 120 degrees. And these three hybrid orbitals are in a planar trigonal shape with an angle of 120 degrees. Each sp2 hybrid orbital will have 2/3 of p orbital characters, that is 66.67% p orbital characters, and 1/3 of s orbital characters, that is 33.33% s orbital characters. All three orbitals are in same plane with bond angle 120 degrees. So the shape is said to be planar trigonal shape. Structure of ethylene C2H4, CH2 double bond CH2. In ethylene molecule, two carbon atoms are present as central atoms and each carbon is in sp2 hybridization. And these three sp2 hybrid orbitals are filled with one electron each. The half-filled sp2 hybrid orbitals of two carbon atoms overlap with each other to form C-C sigma bond. On each carbon, we have two more sp2 hybrid orbitals. These sp2 hybrid orbitals are half-filled with one electron each and they are in a position to form bonds. Now, these half-filled 1s orbitals of four hydrogen atoms overlaps with sp2 hybrid orbitals of these carbon atoms to form four C-H sigma bonds. Such four bonds are formed in this molecule. All these bonds are in same plane with bond angle 120 degrees. The bond length between carbon and carbon is 1.34 angstroms. And on each carbon, we have an half-filled p orbital which are not involved in hybridization. They are pure p orbitals and they are perpendicular to C-C bonds and they are parallel to each other. These orbitals laterally overlaps to form C-C pi bond. So, in C2, in H4 molecule, there is a double bond between carbon and carbon. One is C-C sigma bond and other bond is C-C pi bond. Four angstroms and bond angle is 120 degrees.
We know that carbon electronic configuration in its excited state is 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. So, in the valence shell of carbon, we have four half-filled orbitals, that is one 2s orbital and three 2p orbitals. Now, out of these four orbitals, only two orbitals, that is one 2s and one 2p, will only take part into hybridization, and the rest of the 2p orbitals, though they are able to form bonds, they are not take part into hybridization. Once again I remind you, this is a hypothetical theory. You should not ask me why those two are not participating, because the compound that was formed is possible only when these two are take part into hybridization. To structure is the fact. Structure has experimental evidence. That structure is possible only when this was happened. To support the structure, we are claiming it. This is a theory, theoretical theory, hypothetical theory. So don't ask me why those two are not participating. Now, if one s orbital and one p orbital mix it together, they form two identical hybrid orbitals. This is not p orbital. This is one sp hybrid orbital and this is another sp hybrid orbital. And they are in linear shape with bond angle 180 degrees. Now in this carbon, there are two more pure p orbitals which are not take part into bonding. So this is one sp hybrid orbital and this is another sp orbital. They are in linear shape. Now there are two more sp hybrid p orbitals which take part into the bonding. Now they are perpendicular to this. One like this and other one like this with 90 degrees angle. This is one p orbital and this is another p orbital which is perpendicular to these two orbitals. That is the position of each carbon here. That is one sp hybrid orbital, this is another sp hybrid orbitals. They are 180 degrees. Now perpendicular to this and one orbital like this and other orbital like this. Two p orbitals are there with half-filled electrons. And these two hybrid orbitals are also half-filled. This is the carbon of sp hybridization. Now, in the formation of a compound, one sp hybrid orbital of one carbon will overlap with sp hybrid orbital of another carbon and by mutual sharing of a pair of electrons forms a sigma bond. Now in this carbon, we have one sp hybrid orbital and in this carbon, we have another sp hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals will overlap with hydrogen atoms. That means there is a sigma bond between carbon and this carbon form one sigma bond with hydrogen, this carbon. So the whole molecule is in a linear shape. Now here in this carbon we have p orbitals which are parallel, so they laterally overlap. Here another p orbital, they also laterally overlap. So in between carbon we have three bonds, one sigma and 2 pi, and here you have one sigma and 1 pi. So wherever there is a carbon-carbon triple bond, it means that carbon is involved in sp hybridization. Those compounds in which carbon is in sp hybridization, the series of those compounds are said to be alkynes. The third category of hydrocarbon which we are called as alkynes, YNE. In alkynes, two carbon atoms are in sp hybridization. You can identify the carbon with sp hybridization means if there will be a triple bond, then it is said to be involved in sp hybridization. So in alkynes, you have two carbon atoms with sp hybridization. The first compound is acetylene, CH triple bond CH. The general formula of these compounds is CnH2n minus 2. That means if number of carbon atoms are 2, hydrogen atoms are 2 2s are 4 minus 2, 2. If number of carbon atoms are 3, hydrogen atoms are 2 3s are 6 minus 2, 4. If number of carbon atoms are 4, number of hydrogens are 2 into 4, 2 4s are 8, 8 minus 2, 6. C5, H8, C6, H10. This is another homologous series with same general formula. They are said to be alkynes. Alkynes are the compounds in which two carbon atoms are in sp hybridization. If there is a triple bond, it indicates that carbon is involved in sp hybridization. Those compounds in which two carbon atoms are in sp hybridization and one triple bond is present, such compounds are said to be alkynes. And these compounds are also unsaturated hydrocarbons. These are the three important types of hybridization and the important types of compounds that was present in the category of hydrocarbons. This is regarding the diversity in the hybridization of carbon in different hydrocarbons. sp3 hybrid, sp2 hybridization and sp hybridization. The compounds in which all carbon atoms are in sp3 hybridization, they are said to be alkanes. In alkanes, all four valencies of carbon are satisfied with four different atoms or different groups. They are said to be saturated hydrocarbons. If two carbon atoms of a compound are involved in sp2 hybridization, such hydrocarbons are said to be alkenes. In alkenes, we have a double bond between two carbon atoms. The general formula of alkenes is CnH2n. Then alkynes, those compounds in which minimum two carbon atoms are in sp hybridization, they are said to be alkynes. In alkynes, there will be a triple bond present in between two carbon atoms. The general formula of alkynes is CnH2n minus 2. So these are the three important categories of hydrocarbons